Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. How are you doing? Hello to everyone in the chat. I see you there, Mark. Welcome. And everyone coming in. We got some Magic gameplay to do. I'm going to set my settings properly for a moment, and then we'll get started on some gameplay. I think that looks a little better. That's the amazing cam right there. Then the full screen cam right over there looks pretty good, looks way better. I gotta get two of these because the other cam doesn't look as good as this cam, but maybe one day. If we make enough money on Patreon, I might get another camera. So then the web browser cam is right there. That looks good right there. And card cam. Actually, the card cam's not going to work because I forgot to plug it in, so we'll plug that in a moment. There's the game cam. Let me plug in my card cam because we're gonna do a crack-a-pack, of course. So let me plug in that card cam and try again. Switch over. Card cam. There we go. So we've got a pack that we will crack later on. Looks good there. We'll open that in a bit. And so all of the cameras seem to work well. We'll do some gameplay. So how are you doing? How's everyone doing in the chat? Sound off. And in the meantime, actually, also let me do a couple of recent subscriptions. Shout out to Fabian Nurse, a recent subscriber to the channel. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy the stuff. So that was a recent sub. Shout out to them. Doing some cool carvings. Good to hear. Maybe we'll give a little bit of background music as you do another carving, or background content. All right, so here's the goals for the day. We've got cast 20 white creatures, cast 20 white or black spells, I mean, or how about cast 20 white or black spells, or how about cast 30 white or black spells. So I really think it's trying to tell me something, right? It's really trying to tell me to play an Orzhov deck. At the moment, I don't think I have a pure Orzhov deck. I've got mono white and mono black, but that's a good point. I don't think I've got an Orzhov deck at the moment. Let's browse that let's browse my collection a little bit. And let's see. Orzhov. I used to have one, I believe. It didn't work as well as I wanted it, so I don't think I have it anymore. Now, please show me. Here we go. Show me these decks. So I have black, white, blue, Alayla. That's the closest of Orzhov. And I've got plenty of mono white, mono black. I guess we'll play this mono black zombies. We'll start off with a little bit of mono black zombies. Trying to get today's gold. And the new set has not debuted yet. It's only been 2 weeks. Give it one more week, then the new set will debut. March of the Machine? That's what's tripping up everyone. It's March of the Machine. Singular, not plural. Everyone thinks it's March of the Machines, but it's only March of a singular machine, so I don't know. I haven't quite been up to date with the story and such, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But in my case over here, let's see. So I get to go first. I get to check for traps and other things. Okay, we'll go first here. They're at a 3 mana. They're at a 4 mana. Myrel, Shield of Argive. No turn 1 play for them. So sorry. Let's see what's going on in your hand. Alright, Moorland Inquisitor's pretty good. Liberator. Alright, let's hit the turn 2 play and worry about the turn 4 play later. Alright, as for myself, Guess we've got lots to do here. Let's scry and draw. I don't really need those lands just yet. Now my arena feels a little laggy at the moment. I don't know if it's showing up laggy to everyone, but mine feels a little laggy at the moment. Alright, we've got a lot we can do here. We can do 5 damage. During your turn, your opponents can't cast whatever whenever this attacks, create a whatever. Okay. That is gonna be tricky. So, and that's a 3/4. Okay. We'll wait. Well, I'll bring out my commander just to have a big beater. Let's see if they spend their mana on their 4th one. Flash flying, you may cast colorless spells as though they had flash. Put a plus on that, that's okay. I guess we'll just spend the 2 on that. Draw some cards. Got some exile effect. Do an attack. They have that anointed procession, which could be annoying. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Oh, okay. Sorry, opponent. Well, first of all, we'll attack. And get rid of their commander, and then they'll probably rage quit because they missed a land drop. Keep the Baleful Mastery in case we need some removal. Haven't played a land. They haven't played a land yet. They didn't have enough mana to protect their creature. Destroy my thing. Who cares? There you go. You get a free card. Maybe a land. Yeah, that got them their land, so congrats on that. Turn 2 play. Ah, they got a little charmed cat. Yeah, let's just keep playing all the mean cards. Sorry, little cat, you just got smashed with a meteor. That's a funny thought right there, that it's a... Ooh, Immortal Sun. Sure, let's play that. Alright, opponent. Now you finally have all your pieces of your puzzle. You've got your Ornithopter. You've got your commander. You've got your anointed procession. You have your protection. Put a +1. That's a 6/7, but of course they're going to attack. Create all those soldiers. Double draw. You draw X cards and you lose X life. Okay, that can be a win condition very soon. If I can get damage through, I can deal some damage to them, but they've got blockers, so we'll have to hold off. Hopefully they don't build up too many blockers. You should probably put your counters up on your Ornithopter. I can't block your Ornithopter. Divine Visitation. Okay, that's good. So this is going to make a bunch of angels, so we're in trouble on that. And... could double block all that. And then the final damage. Okay, can I do 8 damage? I need 10 mana. I have 10 mana. Okay, I'm gonna win it here because let's check properly. You draw X cards and you lose X life. All right. I need to get them for 8 plus double black. That's 10 mana in total. Okay, it was close, but we won. Let's see if they get it. We're going to say the good game, and let's see if they give us the good game back. Okay, they gave us the good game back, but they don't know what's coming. Oh, no, wait, it's Udra. Oh, man, it's not targeting. Oh, man, I thought I could target the opponent. Well, we were close. The only thing that could happen is if I, draw a board wipe, but I don't have the mana for it. I think I really only have a 3 mana board wipe. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if we draw 5 and maybe we get our 3 mana board wipe. I don't have any other board wipes. I thought it was I thought it was a target. Never mind. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, whatever. Pay for it. We're dead. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a, yeah, we'll just go out this way. Pay 5 for that. I guess I don't have enough. Yeah, I thought that was a targeted effect. Then I was going to do it on the player. Player draws X and loses X, but it's only myself. So, yep. I guess we will do... Target player draws 2 and loses 2. That one is only 2 damage. And then a final... Let's hit their Ornithopter for no reason. And then do an attack, and then they can even not block it. They can even not block it. And the funny thing would would be to block with 12. You should block with everything. That'll be funny. Anyway, you didn't do the funny thing. You should have blocked with everything, opponent. Now, you could have even not blocked and still lived, and then attacked me with all that damage. So, oh man. So, that's disappointing. I thought I had the removal on that. This interface is not as nice as it could be, because it presents you with... See, here's the annoying with this interface. I click play, and then now it's taking me back to choose my deck, even though I had my deck chosen. But it doesn't remember that I chose my deck. But a moment ago, when I pressed play, it shows, well, what mode do you want to play? So I'm surprised that they never figured out their interface for how to get that all to work properly. Yet another one of these Goshen Tai players. I see this deck so many times. Or I have the extinction event to remove their stuff. They have the little Yoshin soldier pet thing. Can bring out the Book of Vile Darkness at the beginning of your end step. If you lost 2 or more life, create a zombie, exile this book, or your and artifacts you control named whatever, and become the whatever. So we will do the... Who cares? There's a lot of cool things to choose from. You probably want to remove that removal. And I'm sure that'll be the only removal that they have. Well, that's funny that they chose that. They removed my Vile Book, which doesn't do a lot. I haven't really ever had it do much. It seems scarier than it seems, because I'm sure they're afraid of that 8-8 zombie god, which I never get it to happen. The bird. Alright, they have enough mana for their Goshen Tai. Then I have Poison Cup. Alright, that's going to destroy my commander. That's fine. I'll be able to bring it back, no problem. 2 mana left. Six damage from zombies. They probably want to play the enough mana to cast that Goshen Tai and then also protect it. And they know I still have my extinction event in my hand. All right. Taking a while. All right, so they're casting Goshen Tai. They have 2 mana. 2 mana free. That'll create a little friend. No attacks. That is even. So we'll just have to go in and do some attacks. They'll block 1. Attacking with full mana. Board wipe. Opponent is Agog, and they're gone. Yeah, they saw that in my hand. They saw that I had a board wipe in my hand. They revealed it on turn 2. They still played their amazing card into it, I guess. Jetmir. Okay, that's annoying. If that deck plays properly, they will overwhelm you very quickly. So I need lots of removal. Alright, we'll do that removal. See, this is the one that I thought I had. Eldritch Pact. Target player draws X cards and loses X life, where X is the number of cards in their graveyard. Okay, so that's... gotta move on. That was 5 games ago, but it still hurts. As for myself, I have a very slow deck here, so maybe that's not the best keep. Okay, there we go. 2 mana removal, I'll keep that. Their sleeves are cool. 2 mana, nothing, very good. So they're playing the very slow deck. Someone else playing that would have made so much. Whenever 1 or more creatures with mana, whatever enters under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once. Okay, so it's some of the new white card draw, where Wizards is trying to give white a little bit more card draw, but then they limit it by letting it happen once per turn. Each turn, so it could be opponent's turn as well. Your father was a dear friend to whom I owe much. He wanted me to look after you, to care for you, should something happen to him. And that was Tokasia's welcome. You played a pumped up Carry On Ants full knowing your opponent had reverse damage. Haha, Carry On Ants. That's the one that you can do an X onto it, or what does it do again? Other creatures you control get a +1. This gets a whatever. Sacrifice this, gain indestructible. Okay, fine. That's supposed to make a bunch of creatures. Guess we'll maximize our... black fire breathing. And they had reverse damage on that. So this Eldritch Pact... Here's one of these meteors. Death from above. I have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I need 2 more mana to do the Josu Vest Kicked. Brings in his zombie friends. There we go. We got a Jetmir. No card draw off of that. Alright, so will this work here? We pay 3 for the relic, and then we still have 4 for the exile. Yep, that'll work. Nope, don't kick that. And Jetmir is an even? No, we gotta count that. 3, 4. Yeah, it's an even. Okay, complete board wipe here. Hey there, Gale, welcome back. You made it at a reasonable time this time. Apologies if I'm saying your name wrong. Oh man, okay. I needed the wipe for that. But do I have 6, 7, 8, 9? I need 1 more mana. Okay. Well... don't need that. Gale, alright. Target player draws X and loses X. There's the number of cards in their graveyard. They have 2 cards in their graveyard. I have 2 cards in my graveyard. That's not going to do anything useful. I could sacrifice that. No, I guess I'll play Josu next turn. Okay, I need my removal spells. They have a Maja on the board. That's not good. And then they've got a Jetmir coming out, so that's not good either. And then they're landfalling on that, so that's horrible. So they'll do another, they'll do Jetmir, they'll go for a huge attack, and then I'm on the back foot, so... Wedding, ugh. And then all your creatures, yeah, we're dead. Alright, opponent. That's got some scary Phyrexian text there. I wonder if that's been deciphered. Probably if we go over to Reddit or someplace, they've deciphered what that says in the Phyrexian script. Probably like, you will bow down to the oil, or whatever junk all of those Phyrexian acolytes are always talking about. The perfection of the machine and such. Each brother has an assistant. Urza has Tanos, while Mishra has Ashnod, who developed time machine human zombies called transmogrants. They share in their mutual difficulties with their employers. Employers. Ooh, we got a Tezzeret, Dimir Tezzeret. Nothing great there. And nothing great there. Well, I guess that removal for the Planeswalker. Celestus, draw some cards. 3 mana card draw. This is the one that gives everything affinity. The little pet there is doing a fun animation. Blue-white deck in Modern that runs on alchemy cards, signature spells. How does that work? Because there's no such thing as alchemy in Modern. Signature spell moves with Nefarious Protection. So drop X cards, you lose X life, but I guess we'll play the Celestus, and now we are in control of the night and the day. Palladium Mirror, so now they've got enough mana for their Planeswalker, but we'll put the pressure over here. Well, we can kind of think about it like that, but Modern's got like 10,000 cards and Historic's got like 2,000, so yeah, we can think about it that way, sure. But if you're talking to people outside of Arena, they'd be like, what? Alchemy? What's that? But we know what we're saying here, Historic on Arena. Alright, so what else are you doing here, opponent? Some removal, I suppose. That's fine. And do that. I have plenty of mana for Tezzeret, but then... So what are you even doing? You're kind of loading stuff up, but not doing very much. Draw X cards, and that's a sorcery. I guess we can draw 3, sure. No counter spells yet from this Dimir player, so that's nice, although you forget that you have your sacrifice witching well. Alright, there's that walk the plank. There's a Liberator thing. Draw plus discard. Alright, let's try to get that. If they respond to that, sure. Alright, so we'll stick around there. Make it day. Alright, so what's the opponent up to? They have plenty of mana to finally cast their Planeswalker, but if I have this removal, but I don't think that will be too helpful. We got a big old stone coil, that's cool. So I suppose I should get rid of that. There's the pack. Target player draws X and loses X, but it's not going to be too advantageous yet. 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 mana. That's not enough to recast Josu Kicked. And I'm at 17 life already. I guess I should bring it out. They probably don't have another removal. And 2 mana left. 3 mana left. In theory, once I equip that Hand of Orcus, I can make some blockers, but they have 2 cards left. They have plenty of card draw. Tapping everything. Alright. This might be scary. Look at the top 4 cards. You may reveal an artifact. Okay, they got the portal. Wow. Is that playable at the moment? No, that costs 9. Okay. Right off the top, they got the portal. Wow. Okay. So next turn, we're going to get hit with that portal. Nothing good there, so we'll set up to attack. That's got a double block. That's a bunch of zombies. Alright, so if they hit me with that portal, I've got a bunch of zombies to sacrifice. Yeah, that wand does some good stuff. Whenever you equip creature deals combat damage to a player, create that many plus 2 zombies. Jasu has 4 damage, so then we make 4 zombies. And those are tokens, so you don't get them. And then an Overseer, sure. And you might be tapped out, sure. Let's draw some cards. There we go, Bantu. It's not going to be too helpful. I don't need that relic. And then another land. Okay, let's try to draw into something good. It's kind of okay. Draw some more. It's not too good. All right, well, let's attack there. Everything's got death touch. Got to double block that. They'll be able to bring that back to life relatively easily. And now we got a death touch zombie. And we'll eat that food in a moment. So they'll get back for free Liberator, but it has Summoning Sickness. This is a pretty interesting match so far. Their deck isn't really going off as powerful. Ooh, we got a big old scary one of those. That's going to be bad when it steals stuff. Do I have my enchantment removal? I need some enchantment removal or else that'll be bad. So we'll attack with a Death Touch zombie, and if it connects, it'll make more zombies. Okay. So we're kind of top decking, although they do have the card draw off of that Hedron engine, Hedron archive. They're going to steal my stuff in a moment. There's some removals there. All right, we just need to survive. Bring back for free. We make some stuff. With With our last bit, we tap stuff down. None of that will untap. And they will steal something.
That is the sound of
Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to come back, but... I suppose... 3... Yeah, I really need to get rid of that portal. Because they're just going to keep bringing everything back. Alright, so they're going to take the waste not, want not. Okay, they're going to take my... What do you call it? That's full damage there.
This should strike fear into you.
Alright, well, I'm going to switch decks. That one's got like a 0% win ratio so far. So we'll switch some decks. White or blue. So anyone there in the chat? Doesn't seem to be any action happening. Alright, what's this? Ishaka Nana. What is this? Ishkana. Brood Mother. Turn 4 makes spider... Oh, I'm not even going to play this. I'm not going to play an alchemy opponent. Alchemy is always broken, so I'm not even going to waste my time. You think for a moment there might be a chance, but nope, there's no chance. Alchemy is completely broken. I'm not putting that junk in my... I'm not playing an opponent that has that junk in their deck. Purchasing the Mastery Pass from the store will give you all the rewards from the levels you've already completed. I don't know if I bought it on the recent one, but I think it's been a pretty good deal to get the Mastery Pass if you've got the gold or the gems. Now here's the example of bad graphic design. It's very bad form to have your last word on the last line. That's an amateur... That is an amateur move. Alright, well, Torrens is gonna make a bunch of tokens, and they go first. Go get a plains. This is a pretty strong card, and it's an uncommon. When this enters, go get a plains, so go tutor for a plains. Oh, well, never mind. It's got Coven, not... yeah, Coven was such a failure. It really didn't do anything. Ultimately, it had too many hoops to jump through, so... If you manage to do the Coven, then you get stuff. So you really have to focus your deck into that. They're missing their green mana. Yeah, they're missing all their green mana. I guess they have something that takes priority, so it gets stuck. I guess not. Okay. Well, let's play a Chase. Make a blocker.
I've got them all figured out.
Next
Just because it isn't
turn.
real doesn't mean it won't
4
kill you.
mana. There we go. They'll play a land, maybe. Play a 1 mana creature, maybe. Nope, play nothing. Okay. Missed the land drop. Alright, so clearly here, well, they probably won't block, but let's see what happens.
Always an answer.
Draw off of that. Bounce Torrens. Make a 3/3, which what else does that do? Whenever is blocked, untap. Okay. Quarion Beast Caller. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a plus on this. When it dies, distribute them. Okay.
I'll have to erase that memory.
1 single white mana being paused with priority. Or not. Okay. So we'll keep a blocker. Have nothing to
It's how you play
play.
the hand you're dealt.
I guess we'll just hold on to our blockers. But Jace isn't gonna make it. Yeah, I like this deck. Right now it's not doing so well, but we'll catch up. Interesting. Fine. And no way to save Jace, but we'll block that farmhand.
Must think faster.
No. Don't have an elf deck at the moment. Alright, let's draw a bunch of cards. We don't need that. We don't need that. I guess we'll grab 1 mana just to be safe. And it says, have all this mana. Alright, well, let's make Torrens our friend if possible. Wow, that Quirion Ranger's getting big. Alright, 6 mana. We can take an extra turn. And then how about we capture this? Play off the top, why not? Do some attacks. So I could bring out this spell book and try to play something off the top there. Actually, I'll just play the River's Rebuke and bounce everything back to the hand. The tables have turned. Vanquish. Fine. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's spell. Non-land permanent. Okay, no worries. It's all your stuff anyway. Probably play the Quirion Ranger. Or that Saga? Nope, the Veteran. Okay. So, how about we bring out a big old creature? They'll probably play their Saga. I'll get a card draw off of that. Mentor. Gain a life. Should have played the Quirion Ranger, then your Mentor, right? Oh no, I guess you can do the card draw. Nope, that doesn't. Yeah, that card draws, I guess.
I'm up for a challenge. Let's try this.
Attack with 7. Draw. Bounce back that. And I got another bounce spell. Okay. Ranger. Pay for the draw. Draw a card off of Nezahal. Other soldiers get whatever. Attack my Jace.
Don't test me. It's a matter of give and take.
8 damage, that's 2 hits. I should have played the Ominous Seas and then drawn off of that. They have 12, I've got 13. They've got Torrens out now. Scary. 1 mana left. Let's see how they spread out their attacks. Five there. There and there, sure. My Merit Lage's Slumber. Alright, will you finally block with your 1/1? Yes. Alright, so here's how we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. I am going to play my Wizard Spellbook. And then I'm going to roll the die, and I'm going to try to Rivers rebuke the opponent for 1 mana. Nope. That didn't work. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 damage right there. Actually, I'm dead. I really needed to have had that work to bounce everything back, but the die roll got me. So, as long as they don't have 10 power, we have 1 more turn. Although that creates an attacker. Whenever you attack, you create a 1/1 that's tapped and attacking. Okay, well, I'm dead. Alright, I'm going to take a little break. Alright everyone, we're gonna switch over to do a crack-a-pack and then a little bit of gameplay. I forgot to say earlier, I wasn't gonna do a full hours-long stream because I've got to prepare on this weekend because I'm starting a brand new semester on Monday. I started one at one school last week, or this ending week, and then I've got another one starting on Monday, so I gotta prepare for that, and that's on my mind. So we'll do a crack-a-pack and then a little gameplay and then wrap. So here's one of these retro artifact schematic style of something. Now what is this? Can we guess what this is before I look at it? It looks like some kind of key. So what key was recently reprinted or something? So that looks pretty cool. Let's see what it is. That is the key to the city. So we got the key to the city, number 65 out of 81 from Sean Murray. Very cool art on that. I did enjoy the schematic style of artwork on these retro frame artifacts that they published in this set. So that's cool, like the ornithopter schematic. So lots of cool ones. I haven't seen any of the cards really, but here's one of the art ones. All right, we got an island. We're really far from what islands were back in the day, but yeah, water. Then we've got a Gixian Skull Flayer, 3 mana Phyrexian Human Assassin. It's a 2/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, put a +1 on this. So you can keep getting bigger and bigger as there are dead stuff in the library. And this might be kind of fun in a 4-of, in a 60-card format. If you set yourself up for stuff in the graveyard and then you play multiple ones of these and they'll just keep getting bigger and overwhelming the opponent. With every culling, we bring this world closer to completion. So again, that's that whole gospel that the Phyrexians are always spouting. Oh, here's one of these prototype type of artifacts. You could pay 10 mana for a Rust Goliath, and you get a 10/10 with Reach and Trample. Or, if you can prototype it for 5 mana in green, you get a 3/5 with Reach and Trample. So if you want to wait until the later game, 10 mana 10 mana Reach Trampler is pretty cool, or early on. And if you're playing green, you'll be able to get to 10 mana, no problem. You know, those seed pods cluttering the eastern approach? I've got an idea. Let me read that again. You know those seed pods cluttering the eastern approach? I've got an idea. Calais, Urza, Sargent. I guess that's supposed to tell us that we can get... I guess it makes sense. If it's got a green prototype cost, something about seed pods and putting plant food on a construct and making it big, I guess. Now that's interesting though. Okay, 10 mana, 10/10, Reach Trample. 5 mana, so half of the 10, and you get half of the toughness, but not half of the power. 5/5, Reach Trample for 5 mana. Yeah, that'd be too good, I guess. So you can get to have it as a 3/5 Reach Trample for 5. Or later on in the game, 10/10. Goblin Blast Runner, single red mana. It's a goblin, it's a 1/2. This gets a +2 and menace as long as you sacrifice a permanent this turn. Well, I guess you fill up your graveyard for various things, but I guess you can have a 3/3 which can be blocked, doesn't have evasion, and you're doing sacrifice of permanents. That would go great with that one red-black sacrifice demon that was the terror of Standard back in Ravnica Alliance. Most goblins can light a fire and run, but only the cleverest remember to drop the bomb. So they're still playing with that goblins are dumb trope. Flow of Knowledge. 5 mana instant, uncommon. Draw a card for each island you control, then discard 2. So let's say you're playing mono blue. So then that'll draw you 5 whole cards, and you only need to discard 2. Focus your mind. Do you hold a piece of the ocean or 1,000 drops of rain? That's Hercule. Well, both give you the same end result, a whole bunch of water. That's kind of too hard of a reaching too much for a philosophical thing, right? Do you hold a piece of the ocean or 1,000 drops of rain? Well, the ocean is big, and I guess 1,000 drops is also big. Half a dozen of one, right? Valaji Dragon Engine, 8 mana, 5/5 flyer, and it's got fire breathing. Now, not the same fire breathing as the old days where you pay 1 red and you get +1/+0. Now this is 2 generic and you get +1. I'm sure that's got a variant name. Or you pay 3 mana, you get the 1/3, and it still has the half fire breathing. Pretty cool art. Oh, this is a story spotlight. They used to number these things so you can have a separate form of collectability, but then they stopped bothering to number them. So, okay, this is part of the story. I don't know which part of the story, but I think the last time they did the numberings was War of the Spark, where you could get the story spotlight numbered and then put it together to a little story, and now they've given up on that. I remember also on War of the Spark they were doing their previews of cards that followed the story. They should still do that instead of just throwing everything out there about here's cards. Sarinth Steel Seeker, 2 mana human, Artificer Scout. Here's a novel. So whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, so we'll simplify this. Whenever you get an artifact, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may reveal it, put it into your hand. If you don't put it into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Such interesting wording. Either put it in your hand or the graveyard if it's a land. I guess there's no easy way to say that, so they have to jump through some hoops to say it. This metal junk is ugly, but it's got use. Spotter Thobber, 8 mana, 4/5. It's a flyer. When this enters, scry X, where X is its power. And so either you're going to scry 4 or you're going to scry 2. That's pretty useful. And you get a flyer. I think this works pretty well in limited. You get a flyer on 4 plus a little scry of 2. What is this? This is... Oh, look, this is one of these from the supplementary set there. Yeah, I do my streams every Saturday night, so I had to jump over here for some magic. All right, so how do you say this? The Archimandrite, and you pay 2 mana in red, white, and blue colors, and then a human advisor, 0/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your hand, -4. Ooh, great, we get to do some math. Whenever you gain life, each advisor, artificer, and monk you control gains vigilance and gets +X, where X is the amount of life gained, and then tap 3 untapped advisors, artificers, and or monks, draw a card. Wow, this really makes you think about making an advisor / artificer / monk set. This is one of the new Phyrexian sets that has recently released. There's been so much Magic product. I'm sure that's what Ivory has been saying also, that there's just so much Magic product and all of that. So, yep, this is the Brothers War. So one of the two recent Phyrexian sets, and there's another one coming soon. So this one really makes you play a themed deck, and it could pay off if you really set it up. Now, this is coming from the Baldur's Gate Commander. I think that's what that icon means there, and the BRC on the bottom left, I think that means Baldur's Commander or something. So, okay, got a rare build around. Interesting. Then we've got a vintage border Sigil of Valor, 2 mana, equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, it gets +1 until end of turn for each other creature you control, equipped for 1. All right, more math. So how does this work? Whenever this attacks, it gets +1 for each other. Okay, so as long as I've got a bunch of creatures, I can give my creature... I wonder why they don't mark it as +X+X. It gets +X+X until end of turn for X number of your creatures. Well, I guess that doesn't make sense because X is a variable that you choose. Yeah, I guess this is the best way to do it. +1 for each creature you control. With each honor he earns, Gideon paves the path to his redemption. R.I.P. Gideon. Here is the main rare of the pack, Razor Lash Transmogrant. Ooh, that's got some cool art with the double whip thing. 2 mana. I'm looking at the art properly here. What do we think here? Did they censor this art because it was too violent? Because look at this. I have a feeling that on the top right corner of the art, that used to be a big gusher of blood that this thing just slashed some poor little human. And they said, no, sorry, sorry, Kikai Kotaki, that is too violent. Please just make it a splatter of oil or something. Even though it kind of looks like there's some blood on the armor here. See right there? It looks like there's a little bit of blood there. I bet that was a big old splatter of blood. And then Wizards told them that's too violent. Does that make sense, or am I being too paranoid? But I think that was a big old splatter of blood. Anyway, what does this do? This is a zombie. It's a 3/1. It cannot block. You pay 6, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with a +1. This ability costs 4 less to activate if an opponent controls 4 or more non-basic lands. Interesting. So for double black, you could keep bringing this thing over and over. If the opponent is playing a whole bunch of interesting lands, or if not, you can still be bringing this back directly to the battlefield, instant speed with a bunch of mana. Can't block. Alright, then we've got a nice shiny Latinam Adept, 4 mana, human wizard, 3/3. Whenever you draw your second card, each turn put a +1 on this. So it really wants you to play lots of card draw spells. And he's got some cool power in his eyes. Every book is a doorway to... I swear for a moment when I was reading this, every book is a doorway to enlargement. Nope, it says, every book is a doorway to enlightenment. Curiosity is your key. But I saw a different word. And then lastly, we got a card from the list. So this is a reprint of a vintage card with, in the corner, has a little icon. And these range from the whole history of magic or something. And they can be common up to mythic and the like. Here is Mouth Ronaman. This was printed originally back in good old Cold Snap. I love the original Ice Age block, and then it was cool. I wasn't playing at the time, but it was cool that 10 years after Ice Age, they then put out Ice Age Part 3, or Part 2, or whatever. Tap to add 1 colorless. Notice it's still got the old mana symbol. 4 and Snow. Tap and sacrifice this. This deals 4 damage to target creature. That's interesting. That's definitely a limited card. I don't think it does too much nowadays, because it only hits a creature. Now there's planeswalkers running around and your opponent. That might have been interesting unlimited. You hold on to it, it makes you mana, and then later on deals damage to a creature. So we got a reprint from the list. We got a pretty cool foil wizard. We got a scary zombie transmogrant. A vintage border... pretty cool equipment, an interesting build around human advisor, one of these little art cards with the schematic art, and other stuff. So that was the Crack-A-Pack. What did you all like? Which one had the coolest art or the coolest ability? Tell me there in the chat. And I'm going to go back to a little bit of gameplay. And like I said, let's see, what time is it right now? 9:14. Maybe until 9:30 or so. I'm not going to do the long stream like I usually do. I need to get a little work done as well. So, yep, the key art is pretty cool. So we'll get back to some gameplay right here. A little bit more to gather that gold. Let's keep gold digging. I had neglected playing a little bit because, again, I've got all of this work stuff that's going on, so I didn't even get a chance to get on Arena very much this week. But I wanted to come by as usual, and we'll play a little bit. Then I gotta go. I gotta put together the syllabus and the class and everything, because here on Pacific time, it's Saturday, and so I got Saturday and Sunday to prep for Monday, and then it all starts the spring semester. Haven't played much lately. Yeah, on the one hand, it's cool to always have the game ready to play whenever you want, but on the other hand, if you want to, depending on what formats you're playing, you might have to, get new cards and update your deck and do all that stuff. Okay, we'll try this. We'll try this hand. Mana value 3 or less. That won't work, but I got a Time Warp and an Enthralling Hold, and the opponent's like, never mind, I didn't get to my perfect hand, so I'm out of here. I don't know, did I have fun or not? I don't even know how to answer that. Sure. Yeah, it's tedious, and I've been working on it for the whole week at least, on and off. Taxes on your work stuff, and oh yeah, well, it's tax season, definitely. And I got my W-2s. I get W-2s from 2 colleges, and what else? I think I got most of my statements. I guess I could start doing that already. I should. I want to get it out of the way. But what did I get? Oh, 1090. I think I got all my 1099s. Yeah, it was fun time. I got to have more comics next time. Handy to talk about. So it was a cool time. It sounded like we had the same sort of upbringing comics-wise. So that's always cool to connect with people. You can be the bankroll. Alright, so the opponent's going to try to turbo mill us out. And the opponent's going to try to mill us out, but let's see what happens. Well, the once a month possible streams seem doable. Besides that, I've also been slowing down on my own content creation because it takes so much time. And I got these 2 jobs that I work, so definitely these Saturday night Magic streams is what I've been doing, and putting in the little Geist cat. But how about we let you play that one more time?
Don't worry. This is all deception.
So blue cats are pretty rare in Magic. Missed a land drop, but I guess we'll try to grab a land here.
Decisions.
Got a lot of bounce spells. Your GST included in what you buy. Well, what does GST stands for? I don't know if it's the same in terms of income tax. So it's an end of the year in the US. We do this end of the year. Well, the following April 17th-ish, we have to our deadline to report. Which doesn't make sense because the government already knows how much we make, but then we have to further report it and all of that, and we might get refunds if we overpaid taxation throughout the year, or still owe tax if we underpaid. So it's a big old mess. And we have progressive taxation and all this fun stuff that people have been trying to redo the tax code for years. So we got a tax pro right here, Angle over on the Twitch. So regale us with all of your horror stories of tax time or triumphs, because I know you did. I remember I watched that video of yours where you were interviewed about the great help that you do with people tax-wise, those that might need more tax help. So do you think we'll ever fix our tax situation and make it easier? Come on, opponent. Did you... Oops, okay. So take 8 damage, draw a card. That's not a land. So I guess we'll toss back that. You can play it again. Yes, I remember you announced it on your Discord. I believe it was the Discord, right? And then it seemed interesting, so I hopped on and watched the whole thing, and it was very cool. I thought you explained the situation very well and gave some great information. We have a the local college here. Yeah, I think the opponent timed out or something. AFK. So yeah, we have some free tax preparation, volunteer-based tax prep at one of the colleges I teach at. Funman 101 is the opponent, and after they played their amazing plays, they kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. Alright, I guess we're going to get a free win in a moment. There we go, we got that land. Still pausing for priority. I don't know if they got so triggered they... I don't know if they got so triggered they're holding onto some sort of counterspell or something. The government makes sure you paid them enough money. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, there we go. They're moving some sort of actions now, and then they're like, never mind. I think I moved up to the... I think I slightly, like literally out of a couple $100, moved up to the next tax bracket that I was at last year as I was doing some quick calculations. I have a tax guy, but I was kind of previewing my income from the W-2s, and I thought, okay, I'm like a few hundred below the next tax bracket. But then I had to calculate my 1099s, and I'm like, whoops. And then it got slightly over to the next bracket. Gishath. Okay, that one will be scary. Not the best hand, but I go first. Do we have a turn 1 Llanowar Elf? Yeah, Dragon Whelp. And that cool sleeve. Turn 1 Lightning Bolt. I guess they do have a turn 1 Lightning Bolt. Nothing worse than a player that doesn't know how to play their plays. They might have a smelt. Do they have smelt in arena? That's the one that destroys artifacts. Is that a single red mana destroy artifact? Or is that a sorcery? And there's good old shatter. Next turn, what do I want to do next turn? I'll probably play my Slumber Scry. They're going to have red mana, so I can't really bring out Jace just yet. Don't have any good removal or evasion. There we go, we got a Nest Robber. 2 mana Nest Robber. Demolish. Maybe. Maybe not. I haven't seen it recently. Okay, play. Unsubstantiate, sure. So the fun fact about this playing field here, that is if you tap the lava enough times over here, so you play with the lava, right? You play it and you splash lava around, really, really fun. But you play enough with that lava, and then eventually you awaken a little beast right there, and then it's like, leave me alone, and it jumps out. Although where it jumps, it feels like the animation is slightly off, and then it goes into its fiery depths. There's a fun little... This is one of the most interactive sets because you can also... Or fields. Because then you can also tap this column and then, oh, I'm digging for gems. Keep tapping it and then you break the gem. You break the pillar and you get gems. And it's even cool that some of that falls into the lava right there. And you can play further with the gems. Fun. Alright, so this is a very slow opponent. Because they have the priority of the burn spell. Mox Amber. Oh, okay, maybe that's what they had. I don't think they would not have played that on turn 1. So they must have some other... Yeah, I think they still have some other... they had a turn 1 red mana, so I'm sure they had a lightning bolt. Or equivalent shock. And it's still pausing because they don't know that that is a thing. Alright, so anyway, for myself, I got the deliberate, unsubstantiate at the right time. Yeah, probably that shock, because that deals any target, right? They had nothing on the battlefield. Pause for 1 red mana, probably a shock. And it's still pausing for them, so... Wow, opponent. Passing with 3 mana. Well, in the meantime, as they learn how to play their cards, let's play with this other column. And I uncovered some more gems. They looked at their cards and they said, I guess I'll pass. Used to love storming with shock and lightning bolt. How many would you manage to pull off? How many storms? What did you get your storm counter to? Alright, so I got 5 mana in total. I should play the Winged Words. Then I'll have 2 mana up for Unsubstantiate. 5 was the best. Sounds good. We'll play that as a sorcery. 2 mana left. Keep that. Alright, so we got 2 bounce spells. They've been hitting me with that Nest Robber. I like the art on that a lot. It's a little dinosaur with haste, and it's got a little hilarious expression. They stole the egg. These sailors on our shores are like the dinosaurs that plunder eggs from nests. They live on the labors of others. And that was Itsama the Crested. Shock into 4, okay. That's a scary thing that you can play again next turn if you want. Alright, so I'm going to cause them over here to... I'm going to cause them over here to have a new target. They're going to have a shock, so I need the plus Jace. They'll probably shock Jace and hit it with the Nest Robber, so that'll hold them back a moment. Oh, I remember that one, Momentum Rumbler. I never really saw people play it, but it's a cool one. They can get first strike, and then later it can get double strike.
There's always an answer.
Well, we got a 4/6, so even if they attack that 3, now they could have it, not a shock, but they could have like one of those 1 red mana, give your creature +3/+1 and first strike. I know there's a few of those. They've been missing mana, and they haven't had any ramp or mana rocks or mana fixing or anything. Alright, got a prison sentence. So that is a pacify with Scry. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, so we got pacified, but its ability can still do its thing.
Ah, well played. This will come in handy.
All right, so we can totally lost them. There you go, tapped mana. Probably they will equip. They're gonna equip the Nest Robber, take out Jace. Didn't equip anything, eh? Okay. Hilarious. They should have equipped the best play. What they're still holding up that shock, I guess, and now they have even double. Okay, they had a cycling. They had a cycle 1. That was so annoying. Now they're still going to be pausing for priority because their freaking Shadow Spear. They don't realize that it's got its thing that it can do, so it's still going to be an incredibly slow player. Opponent. Alright, drawing cards is cool, but I need answers. So let's try to make a blocker here. I don't know if I really want to exile anything yet.
So sad to watch you fight yourself.
Yeah, I guess they didn't have that shock because they had 1 red mana. They didn't use it at their end of their turn. I guess they don't have a shock. I guess it was just simply that it was that cycling card. And that charger is pretty cool. Tap that. +1.
Let's think this
Attack.
through.
Probably won't block. Draw and discard. Yeah, 7, 8, 9. I'm close to Omniscience, but I don't think I'm going to do anything impressive. So... So let's see if they... Well, they don't even have to equip, but there goes Jace. They have... Everything that they've been playing has been tapped mana, so they've been playing very slowly. But now they've got 3... They've got that Rumbler. They can't equip the Spear. They'll go for Jace instead of me. I guess I'll kidnap their Rumbler. 3, 6... 7.
I'll plan better next time.
Wow, this opponent doesn't know their cards. Alright, so what they may do... So they have 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 in total. They still have 2 mana far away from Gishath. Gotta watch out for that. And they could equip that Shadow Spear and attack me, and hopefully I can block that. I'm at 9 snow permanents. If I simply draw a snow land, then I got Merit Lage. '20 Indestructible Flying. Alright, they're 1 mana away from Gishath. Ooh, Galta. Okay, I guess that's cool. I'll take your Galta. Little do they know what is in my hand. So they have the 1 mana. Now they have the 1 mana. They have enough mana for Gishath because Galta Legendary gives them. Okay, so let's see if they have here... 1 final, give your creature whatever. Nope. Okay. Well, here's the thing now. So I have the final snow mana to summon Merit Lage next turn. And then I will convince Galta to come on my side. And now we got a 12-12 Dino. Pacifying their own dinosaurs. Okay, fine. Alright, so now we might have a little trouble because Gishath is definitely next turn. Oh, but never mind. I've got my 2020. Hopefully they don't have any more removal. I think they've had 2 pacify effects. I'm about to create Merit Lage on my turn, and then they could pacify that, and that'll be bad. So I definitely need to pull a bounce spell. And hopefully they have no more exile effects, but it looks like that's how they're doing it. No more bounce spells. Okay. So this is not good, because if they do a pacify, then we're dead. And so far that's how they've been dealing with threats.
I love a good puzzle. Smoke and mirrors.
Alright, if they pacify me, then I have to concede because I don't have any good blockers or defenses or anything. If they don't pacify, then there's a little bit of a chance. Yep, there's the pacify. Okay, got it all. Well, today was not a today was a pretty lots of failures, not almost no wins in all of the games that I played today, but I guess the algorithm said you've won enough times, too many, so how about some losses today where you think you're gonna win, but nope, we snatch it from you. So we'll end up on that note there. Been streaming for almost 2 hours. We did that crack-a-pack. We played a bunch of games and lost a lot, but we did that crack-a-pack. So I'm gonna wrap it up at this point. I gotta go get some work done, get it off my mind, because we're starting the new semester, and I enjoyed, I don't know if I really fully said it while it was happening, but I was on sabbatical, actually. So I teach at 2 colleges, and I was on sabbatical at one of them, and that was very, very nice. I was getting still full pay for 0 work, sort of. And I really needed it because for, I guess, 9 years straight, I was teaching at these 2 colleges pretty nonstop. A lot of work, getting burnt out and the like. So it was good to take that 1 semester off. But now it's going to go back to the usual. And that one college started this week and the other college starts on Monday in 2 days. And got to get all of that put together for the lesson plans and the like. And it's close. This is too pessimistic, but I feel I'm 25% of the way there, so I only need 75%. Now, it's probably higher than that. It just feels like it's still a lot. But I'm going to go work on that. So thanks, everyone, for coming to hang out. Enjoy the rest of the day and the week and such. Don't be a stranger on the Discord. Be on the lookout for some new videos coming out. Did everyone see my latest quick little short on the most valuable cards from Fallen Empires? So go look at that. If you haven't, give it a thumbs up and the like. So This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you all next time.